When my daughter was first diagnosed with lupus, of course, we did not know what it was. After taking her to the doctor numerous times, they never could diagnose what it was. Eventually, we ended up taking her to the emergency room, where there she really took ill, and they had to actually send her to Milwaukee Hospital. She was 15 at the time. Very hard not knowing what's going on with your young child. It was actually 87 days after the fact that we really found out what she had. And she actually had lupus, which they called it symptomatic lupus, but it was a combination of all of the autoimmune diseases, but lupus being the main factor. When my daughter was diagnosed, she was not really aware because of the fact she was in a coma for 3 weeks. But when she came out of the coma, the first thing she asked is where she was at and what was wrong with her. In the area that I live in, I really didn't seek out support services. For one, my child was in Milwaukee and we actually lived in Illinois. But I had a church family that really rallied around me, supported me, came to the hospital, did her lessons with her, staying in the hospital for so long. She missed a lot of school, but they came, they was there for her. They prayed with me. They actually gave me scriptures and helped me get through this in a spiritual way. And it just brought me closer to them, just knowing that I had that type of support. And I just encourage anybody to reach out to their church family for any type of support that they have with this matter. As a caregiver, of course, your whole life changes. You had numerous of doctor's appointments, medications. I believe she took like maybe 15 different medications. You have your morning, your noon, your evening, and then of course the diet. To make things easier for her, I actually changed the family's diet as well. Being a young child and having to change your diet to things that you're not used to, or not having salt, or just the different things, it's a little hard. So to make it easy, we all did it. And actually today we still pretty much stick to the same diet. One of the things that, or some of the foods that we had to take out of our diet was like fried foods. You don't realize how bad fried foods are for you. We had to actually go to baked foods. Change our milk, from whole milk. Whole milk is very fatty, so take that out of the diet, change it to 1% or 2%. Almond milk is good as well. We also had to reduce the salt intake. Those are things that people don't really realize how bad that they can really be for you in your life. Living in a suburb outside of Chicago, the Waukegan area, there was not a lot of resources when it came down to understanding what lupus was, and or even help to help me deal with something like this with a child that was so young at the time. But gratefully, I had great insurance, and I was able to get her to Freighter Hospital in Milwaukee, where, well, actually it was Children's Hospital, and then she migrated over to Freighter. But it was that health insurance, that health care that got us through, because I was able to get the right doctors, to get the right specialists. They were able to put her on the right medications. They were able to get her diagnosed and, get us off to a good start. And actually, it ended up putting her into remission. I would like to say, for those of you that are newly diagnosed with lupus, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a struggle, but hang in there. Grab all the support you can. And for those of you who are family members of people that have lupus, grab onto them tight. Change your diet, change your ways, so that they don't feel like they're in this alone. The more support they have, the better that they will be able to get through this.